I added a 100-watt fiber laser to my shop. Here's the plan. Whenever I bring a new machine into this shop, everybody asks me the same question. So what are you going to make with it? Honestly, that's not the question I've been asking myself. I've owned a fiber laser before, so this isn't my introduction to the technology. But the new Monport GA100 is in a completely different class of machine. It's a 100-watt MOPA fiber laser, and instead of asking what it can engrave, I've been asking something much more important. Can this machine help me make another successful product line within my existing business? Today's video isn't a tutorial on making challenge coins. There are already people out there doing an incredible job teaching that. Instead, I want to bring you behind the scenes and show you how I evaluate a new machine, how I think about adding a new product line, and why I think this laser fills a gap in my shop. What is going on, everybody? Brett here from Laser Garage. If you've been following the channel for a while, you've probably noticed this shop has grown quite a bit over the years. We've got CO2 lasers, UV printers, UV lasers, CNC routers, and now we're adding the Monport GA100, a 100-watt MOPA fiber laser to the lineup. Looking around, it's easy to think, why do you need all these different machines? The funny thing is, if you'd asked me that question 5 or 6 years ago, my answer would have been completely different. When you're first starting out, every machine you buy has to do as many jobs as possible. You don't have the budget to buy a dedicated machine for every process. You're looking for one machine that can make signs, personalized gifts, Etsy products, holiday gifts, tumblers, craft fair inventory, basically anything that helps pay for the next machine or put some money in your pocket. That's exactly how I built this business. Back then, whenever I looked at a new machine, my question was, what products can this machine make? And honestly, that was the right question at the time, but somewhere along the way, my thinking started to change. Today, I almost work backwards. Instead of asking, what can this machine make? I start by asking, what's the product? Once I know the product I want to build, then I ask, which machine lets me make that product the best and the most efficiently? That's a completely different way of thinking. I'm not buying machines because they're capable. I'm buying machines because they solve a very specific production problem for me. When I started my business, I chose products based on the machines I owned. Today, I choose machines based on the products I want to build. That's exactly where the Monport GA100 comes in. I didn't bring the Monport GA100 into the shop because I wanted another fiber laser. I brought it in because I wanted to explore a product line that I couldn't produce as efficiently with the equipment I already had. The machine came after the product idea, not the other way around. And like always, before we go any further, I do want to be transparent. Monport sent me this GA100 as part of a collaboration in exchange for creating content around it. I've actually had the GA100 sitting in the shop for a little while now, and every time I walked past it, I kept asking myself the same question. What product deserves this machine? One thing I appreciate is that Monport didn't just send me another engraver. They sent me a machine that has the potential to become part of my everyday production workflow. And that's exactly what I want to find out. As always, my goal is to use it in my actual business, figure out where it fits in, and share that experience with you, whether it's positive or negative. So let's talk about why challenge coins became the first product I wanted to explore. When I started thinking about products for the Monport GA100, I kept coming back to challenge coins. Not because they're the easiest product to make, and honestly, probably not because they're the most profitable either. I chose challenge coins because they check a lot of boxes. To me, challenge coins are one of those products that immediately feel premium. They're highly customizable, and they're almost always purchased in quantity. I've reached a point where I'm much more interested in building products that can be produced efficiently in batches rather than products I'm making one at a time. So instead of asking, how do I make one really nice challenge coin? I'm asking, how do I build a product line that allows us to efficiently produce 50, 100, or even 500 of them? That's a much more interesting challenge to me. This is where my approach probably looks a little different. I'm not focused on making one really cool challenge coin. I'm focused on building a product line, because that's how I evaluate every new piece of equipment that comes into this shop. It's not about making one YouTube project. It's about asking, how does this fit into the business we're already running? Challenge coins aren't replacing anything. They're expanding what we already offer. So before I worried about laser settings, I started thinking about workflow. Things like, how do I quote these? How do I organize artwork? How do I make the design process consistent? How do I keep production repeatable? Those are the things that determine whether a product line is enjoyable and profitable to produce, or whether it becomes a big headache. One thing I've learned over the years is that efficiency usually has very little to do with the machine itself. Most of it happens before you even hit start. It's your file organization, your templates, your workflow, your quoting process. The Monport GA100 doesn't create the system, it becomes part of one. Every custom order shouldn't start with a blank screen. That's not efficient. Instead, I want to build a repeatable workflow, a collection of reusable layouts, consistent production methods, reliable fixtures, photography that's easy to recreate, packaging that's already figured out. Because once I really start putting the Monport GA100 to work, I don't want to be figuring those things out on every order. The goal isn't to eliminate customization. The goal is to eliminate unnecessary work. I want the customer to receive something that feels completely custom, while the production process behind the scenes is really rinse and repeat for me. That's really how I approach every product line in this shop. So once I had a better idea of how I wanted to produce these, the next question became, how do they fit into everything else we're already doing? Because I'm not trying to build a separate challenge coin business. The goal is to make challenge coins another premium product line within the business we've already spent years building. One thing I've learned is that the best product lines support each other. Someone might discover us because of one product, but that doesn't mean it's the only thing they'll ever buy. If challenge coins become part of what we offer, they should naturally complement everything else we already make. That keeps the branding consistent and the production efficient. It also strengthens the business instead of pulling it in a completely different direction. Every machine that comes into this shop has to earn its place. And over the next few months, I'm going to find out if the GA100 does that. So that's where I'm at today. The Monport GA100 is here. I've got a direction I'm excited about, and now the real work begins. Over the next few months, I'm going to be refining the workflow, building out sample designs, creating production fixtures, figuring out the best way to integrate this product into everything else we already do. Some ideas are going to work, some won't, but that's part of the process. One thing I've always tried to do on this channel is to show you what happens behind the scenes, not just the finished products, but the decisions that go into growing a shop like this. If you've got ideas for products you'd like to see me experiment with on the Monport GA100, leave them down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this more business-focused style of video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button and also subscribe if you're new. Now, I just got to figure out how to sell 500 more of these.